Yeah,
Like that's the
I
only
would I
way.
would get them shits for my kids because I'll be on this homeschool journey, and it's hard finding curriculum, especially melanated curriculum for melanated boys. Like
Yeah.
literally no lane. So I'm definitely fucking with it.
Oh
Let
yeah,
me know how I can help.
that sound like a dope ass deal right there.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yes, sir. What's going
Oh
on,
yeah,
AD?
start a whole children's line. Yep, that'll be dope.
Yeah, that's what I got in mind.
Just make it a straight children's occult line. We teaching them about the occult at 7 years old, my nigga. Like,
Yeah.
not learning about this right now.
Don't let the new age ruin
Nope.
them.
Mhm.
Don't let the
Give
new
them
age
that
get them at
real.
all. Don't let
Yeah.
the new age get them niggas at all, bro.
80, you
I think
muted.
about that. Just think about that Schofield Bible joint.
Sounds like a cult.
hmm I told AD, I said it sounded like another one of their denominations that got 40,000.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't mention that. The dude Herschel,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
supposed to be the father of Zionism. I'm surprised
hmm
they didn't mention him on that little clip.
My thing is, we was just talking about this shit last night when Hood brought up Bibles in the hotel room and shit. And and here it is. We just found old boy that made all the Bibles in hotels.
Right.
Mr. Schofield.
Right.
But I did not know that that was the connection between that's how they combined Judeo-Christian the two words Judeo and Christianity and turned into Judeo-Christian. Like I didn't even know that that was a thing. Like I remember hearing it, but I didn't know like they Jewified the Christianism. That shit just sounds crazy, bro.
I don't even think I be believing this dude that be talking all the
That
time.
one, right? I think he an agent, bro.
I don't like I'm reading about the Schofield Bible, but I don't see where he making that leap.
That connection.
Yeah. I mean he could like I feel like it might be a thing, but he's just like adding shit like Rothschild and Jew and all of this type of shit. And I'd like everything he says, it could be like I walked down the street in the gas station, it was Jewish. It had Jews there. It's like, wait, what does
Yeah,
you really
he
mean?
is
He's
an embellished talker, right? Like he does prop that thing up. Like he turns everything into something like it's a surprise or like 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 he uncovering some real deep hidden truths and shit.
like me and my wife, we always be talking about shit, and then we'll get to the point like, what can we do about it?
hmm
What can we do about Israel and Palestine? And how do we know which side is the right side or the wrong side? I mean, we can use common sense, but we gonna get gaslit as soon as we utilize common sense. So it's just like,
hmm Well,
and
it's
niggas be
crazy.
on the internet standing for it, and I just be like, all right, you standing for it, but explain why you standing for it so tough, and then tell me what do you expect us to do about it.
All right, now tell me if I'm weird or not, but I know I'm weird. But anyway, so I saw a picture a couple days ago of they made it a point to make a meme of Kyrie standing at the podium with the Palestine necklace on, and then Kyrie just tore his ACL. So I'm just wondering.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know if the people just knocked on his door and was like, "Yeah, you going down today, player?" Like, because it's all scripted, right? Like, I wonder if they sent them the letter and was like, "Yeah, today your last game, player." Like, you supporting Palestine, huh? Yeah, all right. Well, you're gonna have a lot of free time to do that. Shit
You
crazy.
talk about this.
Nah, he had a necklace, a Palestine necklace, but I guess he wore that with it.
For
Put a necklace up, right next to Palestine. Oh, it's right there.
mm. I mean, he playing a dangerous game because you know who owned the Mavs. That's
Exactly my
weird.
point. Something tells me that phone rang in his hotel room was like, yeah, that was your last game, player.
Miriam Adelson.
Yeah. Queen Jew.
She's serious. She's education, Hebrew University of Jerusalem,
Dang.
Tel Aviv University, nationality, American Israeli. You know what I'm saying?
Big Philistine energy.
Big
Yeah,
Philistine energy. Big
giving hundreds of millions of dollars to Jewish and Israel causes. Miriam Adelson is one of the largest supporters of Donald Trump. That's why, you know, the Trump and the whole Israel thing, they one and the same. So the Free Palestine people who support Donald Trump, I think like that's cognitive dissonance because you know like
How do
it's
you do that?
how you do both, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
I support him, but I don't know how this thing is going to play out because it just seemed like why do we care so much in this country, but we don't even care about our own shit as much as we care about that what's going on thousands of miles away from us.
That's the
Right.
weird part. That part right there.
Right. So I can give a fuck less about all this shit.
Like I don't know.
Ukraine, Jew, Palestinian, you know what I mean?
I think AD done with his game. He said he got him muted.
Nah,
Because
he
you look
not
at the
muted.
history books, for a second grader in America, at least when
Your
I
mic
was in
not
America.
muted. It gotta be something on your end, AD.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can
Yep.
hear you now.
Yeah, you pressing too many buttons with that Call of Duty, my guy.
Nah, I ain't no duty fan.
You Rainbow Six in it?
You already know, man. Six God, man.
I mean, you got them good hammers. You got them cute hammers.
You said what's up?
You got them good hammers.
The good Hannahs.
I said you got them good hammers. What kind of guns you got?
Oh man, we got DMRs, Dracos, switches. You name it, man. We got the same thing them young niggas got. You know.
Switches.
You can't take Dracos to war.
But shit, watch me. But nah, but for real, this video correlates to the picture we just showed about the Schofield Bible. So let me know if y'all hear. You know how this shit be. The Matrix be hating.
Do you guys know about the Schofield Bible? Oh boy, here's a rabbit hole for you. Here's a rabbit hole for all of us. In the early 1900s, right around when the Federal Reserve was founded and the Balfour Declaration happened, right at that exact same time, the Rothschild family hired this dude, this pastor in the Deep South. He made a new version of the Bible called the Schofield Bible. He wrote this new Bible that has all these new interpretations of the text. So they didn't change.
With Jewish influence.
Yes, literally. That's where Judeo-Christianity kind of came from. And the idea that Israel is this modern Israel thing is the Israel of the Bible. It came from that Bible. And the Schofield Bible was funded by the Rothschild family. And then it was pushed because they owned the publisher that publishes like all the books. I think it was Oxford Press. And so they had the deals that they could make to get that Bible into all the mega churches across whole denominations of Christianity. And so that was when Christianity got kind of Jewified. You guys?
I got two questions. What is Jewified Christianity? And I'm for real. I've never seen a Bible that says Schofield on it.
Fact.
Right.
I haven't, unless it's King James and it's quote unquote Schofield.
Mhm. And what Ashkenazi Jews or Hebrews have been
That's a huge distinction.
See, that's crazy. I had shared a video that the Flame had made to my grandpa, right? Because we talk about a lot of shit. But it's like the one thing I was telling him about is like the distortion of shit. So it's like you'll get into these Moors, and next thing you gotta realize they ain't tricked the name, so it's 4 different type of Moors, 4 different type of Indians. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you gotta understand the difference and the hijack between all this literature, because most of our history is distorted. It's a tale over a tale, a myth over a myth, being recreated from ancient times to today.
It's a perverted perversion.
Sephardic Jews, Ashkenazi Jews, Jews from Spain, Jews from Ethiopia.
And I think that's where they lose niggas at. Like niggas think it's only one everywhere, right? Like,
So when people say Jews, I'm gonna bring up a screen real quick. Point them out. Point them out. It's hard to talk when that barrels in your mouth. What Jews are they talking about? That's why that boy, man, he interesting, but he be yapping a lot of times because I think we just associate that blanket term. And then is it the ethnic group or is it the religion? Is it the Orthodox? Or like
yeah, because
Yeah.
all of that matters. And I think also there is a huge difference between Jews and Jewish.
I would say so.
Damn, you can't make this shit up.
Because I mean, like, if somebody asks you if serpent is funny, right? Your answer might be, I don't know if he's funny. He's like funny-ish, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you get where I'm going with this, right? Anytime you put an ISH on the end of something, yeah, we could dive into it if y'all want to. I'm not trying to get us canceled though.
Nah, I just throw out that list. Like that list is self-explanatory. Like
What the be on some funny Myron shit when he was talking to Tariq. He was like, just go ahead and say it, go ahead and say it. So he said, oh, so you want me to crash out like you, huh? Had me weak as
Talk
hell.
about where you trying to tell him to say nigga.
That and he was just trying to have him say stupid stuff that can get him canceled.
Yo, them niggas is funny.
Cause you know Myron got them canceled when he got into this ordeal and got to talking too nuts. And then just how he is off the jump.
them boys struggling now.
Yeah, you can't get on here and crash out, man.
Them boys are struggling. So I was just throwing up the chart, see how y'all day been like. What's the energy been like for the day?
Shit, well, seeing this airy moon, right? Just a lot of just like motherfuckers like being hotheads, bro, exploding. Motherfuckers just like you can just see like motherfuckers wearing their face and how they feel, just dealing with motherfuckers just being impulsive. Like that's the energy I've been around, like in certain areas. So like I see people definitely ramming their head into shit.
Yeah, like I said, the same. It's kind of a unorthodox day. If you running outside the lanes today, you probably got smacked in the head or something.
You know, I mean, and then also you just got to think about just Jupiter and Uranus being that close energy together. So you got, Iran is always expect the unexpected, honestly. So it's just like quick flashes, quick sudden changes. So you just see your day a little bit, just how you had this shit planned, but this changed, and it's like it kind of pissed you off.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm noticing people look spent. Like,
Mhm.
like, you know that you know that look when you see somebody just like stuck in the rat race and they just indifferent because they know they just have to do it, but they don't really care about doing it. They just doing it type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the feeling I'm getting from people, from like co-workers and just people in the neighborhood. Like people were just like, it's just a whole hum day. Like, well, shit, just another one. You know, when you ask somebody how they doing, and they be like, same shit. So yeah, one of those.
Yeah. Yeah. I think also the third deacon of Aries is the what four wands. So it to me it highlights the need to not lean on your own thinking and understanding, but to kind of trust in a higher essence of your existence, trusting in your soul, trusting in God, because we only crash out from our own thoughts, you know what I mean? So don't always think that your thoughts can
Mm-hmm.
get you out of the bullshit that it got you into, unless you address your mindset or you connect with your soul or God, because that's what's going to be able to change your mindset, help you get up out of it. So it's
Yeah,
kind of like a little bit of a taking a step back, you know what I mean, if you will. To me, it's a time to meditate because Aries is in my seventh house, so it's a time for me to really like kind of take a step back from everything instead of trying to like make it work, make it work, make it work.
mm-hmm.
Do this, do that, do this, do that.
Yeah, it's in my seventh house, like sixth, seventh house as well. But today, this was probably one of the only days that I didn't even leave the house, like at all. Like I didn't even see a human being today,
I
besides
know
like
you
my
save some money.
family, like for real.
Those things still exist.
But yeah, I haven't done that shit in centuries. But today, I just was like, I don't know. I was just like on some relax type shit today, like just chilling. Like I chill hard just because I don't even have no real reason as to. I think I like woke up early. I had a reading, and I've been working hard. So I was like, I'm gonna just take a rest day from working out, and then just didn't have to leave because dinner was made. I don't be eating out. Like I stopped eating out in 2025 for real. But yeah, I just been just chilling. So I'm happy I am chilling because y'all saying it look like that Night of the Living Dead out there. Like
Fuck yeah.
I ain't trying to go. I ain't trying to go through nothing. You feel me?
Yeah, you ain't missed shit today.
Yeah, it's like that. Everything coming full circle type shit.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I've
I
been
mean,
having my
plus it's
little
like
piece.
I feel like that's a real nigga goal, bro. It's 2025. You gotta stop eating out, and it's just like I feel like that's so hard for people, especially the people who are like outside for real, whether if they're like helping a community or anything. Like you have to be on your meal prep, and I'm not eating nothing else. This is what I got for today. Like
Yeah.
very discipline.
Especially nowadays, that shit. You can get that shit. You just looking at your phone, like, what I want to do today. You know what I'm saying? That,
Yeah.
that that's hard, but shit. I mean, you get to a point where I got fucking kids, so if I'm
Mhm.
getting something from a restaurant, it's times four, times five. That shit retarded. With these prices, if I want a sandwich, it's $13, not even 10. Usually, back like in 2020, I'll be like $10 a person. I'm gonna spend $60. Cool, but 13 times six, that's like 100. A bill, a buckaroonie.
Man,
like
it's like
Wendy's.
it's like the only way you gonna enjoy eating out is if your ass sneak away and be by yourself.
Like, listen, I don't even want it, man. I want to master culinary arts. You feel me? Like, shit. It's like I've been really on some shit where it's like eating to energize and nourish the body versus eating for no other reason. Cause what the fuck?
Yeah, that's like more of a I say like with this like see moon and Aries, you know, more of a spiritual warrior mindset internally, like the nutrition yourself only based off like your labor. Because if you guys ever read the book Igaki, it talks about eating till you're satisfied, not until you're full or till you're like to the capacity like I can't eat no more because it takes your energy away. Y'all niggas never watched the Itis Boondocks?
Yeah.
What he called the Luther? He called that
Yeah.
nigga Luther.
What was it?
Double cheese with bacon on a Krispy Kreme donut.
Drizzled in mayonnaise.
The fact that you remember that is scary.
I watch that shit all the time, bro. That's
The fact that you remember that is scary.
I mean, they be telling the future, man.
Yeah.
That was the episode
that predictive programming.
He made pork flavored broccoli in that episode.
Yeah.
Did you see the latest Simpson one?
Shitless or some shit like that.
Did y'all see the latest Simpson one? Predictive programming?
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, there's a new one out for the Simpsons. But yeah, I totally agree with that. Like I had this conversation with one of my residents the other day, and I was explaining to him because he's on Ramadan right now. He's fasting. So he only eats at night, he gets out of school, whatever, and he comes back to the building. So I was telling him, I asked him, the first question I asked him, because he don't eat cheese, he don't eat meat, really, basic stuff that he eats. So like I had to lay stuff out for him. And I asked him, I was like, do you eat with your eyes or do you eat out of necessity? And he didn't understand what I meant. And I was like, well, the majority of people eat with their eyes. They don't eat based off of need. They eat based off of want and a lack of ability to want to do anything else. People eat because they're bored half the time. So I was like, there's a huge difference between you eating based off of what you see and you eating based off of it being a necessity, like you're trying to fuel something. And so I noticed that with myself where I still going on like 30 years now. I eat one time a day. But when I do eat, I make sure it's a legitimate portion that I take in. But most of the time, I can tell you when I wake up or going throughout my day, like food annoys me. Just the idea of having to take time away from doing anything and eat annoys the fuck out of me. I don't know what it is, but it just annoys me because I feel like it's totally fucking excessive. And you could actually feed yourself on the go. You know what I mean? Like, so like I have to catch myself and I know I need to eat, but sometimes I might go 2 and 3 days without eating. So
Yeah, it's more to life than stuff in your face for real.
It'd be hard, man. It's just, we eat based off trauma and our food is a relationship with us. So it's just, we don't view it as that. We just view it as just like, shit, I'm just eating.
yeah, your taste buds are connected to your memory. Your
I feel
memory
like
banks.
sitting down eating food all day is like sitting down watching porn all day.
Facts.
It does something
Facts.
to you mentally and psychologically. It just
Because it is
you
a
can't even
dopamine
think
feeder.
straight. Yeah.
And there's something about the idea of ingesting flesh that just, I don't know. It's weirder and weirder to me every single day. Like I make
I fall
religious
back from
people
it every
upset.
year. But
I make
still eat
religious
fish. I
people
don't care.
upset because I always bring up the question like, how do y'all pray at the dinner table? Like, how does that work? Like I'm just asking for a friend, right? Like, how do y'all pray at the dinner table? Like,
Yeah, I ain't the one for these type of conversations. I do not
What do
fuck
you
around.
mean? This is right in your wheelhouse, dude.
Nah, I just don't fuck around with like situations that are that I don't feel. I don't do what I don't feel comfortable doing, basically, and I don't like. I don't put people on pedestals or idolize people or get guilt tripped into shit like because it's just like I got my own shit to take care of, and if it's in my truth, I'm gonna just hold on to my truth because yeah, I don't really be like doing the family gathering thing because I be doing the family gathering thing every day when I like in
Mhm.
reference to my own family and just the effort and energy I put into my own family. I guess I don't even be really. I see what it is. I don't want to like. I don't know. It's just like you have so much detail and so much love for your own kids. You would really start to resent the fact that you didn't get that from your family. So it's
Mhm.
hard to like be like acting like it's all good because usually when you get with your family, it's like it's all good.
Mhm.
Like if we meet up, hey, me, I want to have the conversation. I want to, peel back the layers of generational curses and shit.
Mhm. Mhm.
But
Mhm.
ain't
Which
nobody
is
on
why
that real on that
you
time
probably
for
one of the
real.
last people to get invited to the cookout type shit.
I don't get invited. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get invited.
He's like, we don't want Kyrie here today. Like he going
Mhm.
he gonna scold all of us. Like
Yeah, like I be wanting to get to the
to the bare
truth.
bones of everything.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers want to do the electric slide, and it's like I don't be eating meat. You know what I'm saying? I don't eat that shit. You know what I'm saying? I hate that shit. You feel me? So it'd be like I gotta like just like remember the Bobby Hemming lecture. He said like he used to go around his family and he have to lower his consciousness. And in
Mm-hmm.
that you get sick. You this is
Who?
my protection. You know what I'm saying? My
Mm-hmm.
spirituality is my magnetism, my protection. It's like I'm taking down my shield. If I want to be attacked, if I want to risk my life to shuck and jive to be happy with y'all niggas, I will do that. But I'm just not at that moment. It is situations that I have in my life where I will go around my family, but it's got to be big deals. Like
Mm-hmm.
I ain't just
Mm-hmm.
randomly just about to pull up and nah, I'm off
Mm-hmm.
that. it's
Mm-hmm.
just,
Mm-hmm.
it's real for me, but
Make me feel good because I've been off that. So make me feel
Yeah,
real good.
yeah.
I think life is real, man. I hate how like the family construct creates this fairy tale fantasy of how things should be, in this paradigm called family. I think we need to open that thing up. So if our family isn't teaching, educating on business and success, do y'all really love each other for real? I mean, y'all love each other at a certain degree,
Mm.
but like
See,
in relation to the world, are you being prepared? And I know we get into a space where they did the best that they can. All right,
no.
I'm gonna do the best that I can, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Because
Yeah.
when you even think about it, like whether you became conscious or not, there's people who probably like helping themselves, trying to get better, and they end up resenting their family because it's like they don't try to teach us nothing. They don't try to help or build. This is all we freaking do, and nobody don't give a like some people got like feel like that, whether they're aware of the truth or spiritually in tune. And then if they do get spiritually tune, they might build a spiritual ego, or they might heal and rest from that trauma. But just know, like I ain't finna go over there all the time and lower my consciousness. You know.
I think like if you live in the same city as your family and you want to come around and look out, I don't think nothing is wrong with that. But like if you live in a different city and you on your path commit to your path because that's your path. And if you come back around, they'll be there or they won't be there. But this is your life. This is your legacy. So you just have to just understand that for yourself. Like, what does that look like for you? Because generally, when we talk about consciousness, we're talking about the Jesus mythology, Jesus representing the soul. And Jesus couldn't minister in his home village. He had to go outside of that home village. And I don't think there's nothing wrong in the paradigm of family. I just think that my mission is intense and I'm sincere about what I'm actually doing. And if I have to like explain it to you or if I have to not be it to make you feel comfortable, I'm not doing that. And I've been around my family enough times that they cool with me just existing. But if I'm like speaking my truth, that's more of a point where it's going to create tension. So
In Matthew 13, verse 57, Christ said, "A prophet is not without honor, save in his own country and in his own house." So
that's
don't
what I'm
seek
talking about.
validation from your mama, from your cousin, from people you know. Do not, because the initiates came out of 4 different wombs. you know, um, and another thing he said is that, this spiritual word, don't nothing come before it. Not your wife, not your kids, nobody. Nothing comes before it.
What's the
It was
Bible
a
verse
man.
where he says he brought a sword to divide
Uh,
families?
mm-hmm. Because I bookmarked that one. Jesus got some savage quotes. It was another quote
Mm-hmm.
after he gave a sermon. The man was like, "Hey man," I'm paraphrasing. "Hey man, how can I get down with you, man? Your disciples." He was like, "I just gotta bury my dad." He told the man, "Come with me and let the dead bury the dead," and kept walking.
Right.
Like, damn. But it's funny how, they try to make him seem like he was just a softy sucker.
Because if you
What
get
what
into
was the
that
verse?
message,
You said bring a sword.
because it's like when it comes to the spiritual work, you can get into customs and tradition, and the truth is right in front of your face. Like, you could be in love with somebody,
Hmm.
and that could be your spiritual work, but you would say, I'm going to go to church because this relationship ain't satisfying me because I need to get closer to God. But God is you cultivating your relationship, learning how to love and have a healthy home.
Is Matthew 10, verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foe shall be they of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it.
Period.
It's a lot in that, but the biggest thing is like, you a fool on the street that don't know better is better than somebody walking around acting like they know better.
I mean, they did say that the meek will inherit the earth, right?
Uh,
Meek is not intelligent at all.
Not peace, but a sword. So it's like I used to early in my spirituality, I used to try to like, and have like a balanced approach and be reasonable and all of that, and not only get you in trouble, you gotta
Mhm.
actually be hardcore about it and what you stand in, and then you gotta really figure out what the person in front of you stand on.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it is a at
Yeah,
least
it's
to me.
like
It was. Go
yeah, it
ahead.
makes me think about the tarot card, the lovers card, but even on a deeper aspect, the Hebrew letter Zayn. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like to be able to wield a weapon, you must have purpose and you must understand, what your sword is doing. And plus, we gotta think about the duality too. Because I feel like that's one aspect that we forget that we're dealing with in this realm is duality.
Yeah, I was always taught that it's always better to start with the hard line and work yourself back, especially when you're dealing with anything regarding structure and discipline. It's always better to start with the hard line and work your way back. You can't start with the soft line and work your way up, but you can work your way back. So you are supposed to be vigilant and a gangster when it comes to what it is that your purpose is and how you're going about that. And you can't waffle just because people are intimidated or people feel some kind of way because you on your path, you on your purpose. You can't lessen yourself. You can't denigrate yourself. You can't bring yourself down to anyone else's level in order for you to be appeasable to other people just so they can feel comfortable. Fuck all of that.
Mm, let's get to it, man.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to the shits. So let's start here,
Mhm.
man. I'm gonna play this for like 30 seconds, and then we're gonna get into Joe Buttons. I just want to use this as a reference point.
Woman to be promoted,
Okay.
they would need to pass over a man. For there to be more female doctors, there would need to be fewer male doctors. Why? Well, doctors come from medical schools, and medical schools only admit so many students. Admit more female students, and you'll have more female doctors further down the road. For there to be more female engineers, there would need to be fewer male engineers. Why? Well, those tech companies have limits to their headcount. To hire more women, they have to hire fewer men, et cetera, et cetera. This is an inescapable feature of reality. Most games for specific goods are zero sum. And I think it's no coincidence that the significant improvements in women's outcomes in recent years have taken place in a cultural moment characterized by the widespread use of the same tactics my mother used on me in the pantry. First, there's pity, especially in the context of history. Men have had all the power and all the wealth for centuries. Isn't it about time that women had their chance? And if that doesn't work, there's shame. A real man isn't so fragile that a woman earning more than him would damage his ego. A good man supports women and celebrates their victories. And if that doesn't work, there's always outrage. Male success is evidence of a sexist, patriarchal system that must be dismantled. And any man who questions the advancement of women's interests is an incel and a misogynist.
So the overall point of the video, I'm not going to play the whole thing. That's Psychax, real big channel on YouTube. Was that whenever men do something bad, there is a process that is ingrained in the psyche of humanity to pity him, to shame him, or to hit him with outrage. I would go so far as to institute violence if we get too far out of line. So we going to react to Neo. They reacting to Neo on the Joe Button podcast talking about polyamory. We talked about polygamy on last night's channel. It was just a coincidence that today they was talking about it on Joe Button podcast. So just gonna play a little bit and see how y'all react to it, how y'all feel about it. But the overall thing that I'm just pointing out, my stake in this fight is they mad at Neo when, I mean, why we always mad at the nigga that's polygamous is all I'm trying to figure out. But that's just me. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
Neo on doing an interview, I guess, explaining how he told his kids about his poly lifestyle.
Okay.
About your relationship?
Of course they do. And I answer them.
Kids have questions about that? About your relationship?
Of course they do. And I answer them. Yeah.
Okay.
Honesty. Again, I'm not lying to nobody, not even my children. Hey, this is daddy's girlfriend, and so is that, and so is that, and so is that.
You got no problem.
And she gonna make you some cereal, and she gonna cook lunch, and she gonna wash your clothes.
Come
and
on,
it's all
man.
good. And
Come on.
it's family, it's community.
Oh, you
That's
need
what
your
it's
own
about.
book in the Bible, right? Between Corinthians and Ezekiel.
All right, we've heard enough from Neo at the interview.
They told that nigga he need his own book in the Bible.
Sade, friend of the show, friend of Joe, whatever you want to call it, says, "This is disgusting parenting. I'm sorry to everyone that this narrative is being forced down y'all's throats." And
So, first question is, chat, y'all can answer this. I want to figure this out because maybe I'm dead ass wrong. Is exposing your kid to polygamy wrong, but having multiple boyfriends and girlfriends is not wrong?
I think you can't have one without the other. But you gonna have a house with your kids living in it, and then you're gonna have a house with all your boyfriends and girlfriends living in it. Like, how does that make sense?
It
You get what I'm
does.
saying? And just because you see your life one way, don't make that disgusting. What's disgusting about that? I don't get it.
I mean, it might be something that's like out of my taste, or I
Yeah.
wouldn't do it. But disgusting is like you shitting into a bowl and rubbing it on your face. Like that's
Yeah.
disgusting. Having two girls,
That's super extreme, but okay.
that's disgusting. I'm talking about disgusting, though.
2 girls, 1
You're
boy.
right, though. You're right.
Yo.
I'm talking about something that's
Don't worry about
disgusting.
it. Don't worry about it. Thank you.
I'm being specific. I wouldn't equate having multiple women to, not taking a shower for a month.
Mhm.
That's disgusting. What else is disgusting? I don't know how consenting adults could ever be disgusting. I'm gonna just
Right.
put that out there.
But and then plus you
Right.
got this. It's in the nature of like you can't tell somebody how to raise their kids, especially when they're not doing toxic and dangerous things around them. So it's
Right. Yeah, that's true.
like if a child is in danger, okay, but ain't nobody in danger. It's like, why you in their house? You not friends or kin to this person?
Mm-hmm.
You not a god niece, so I mean a god uncle and all that.
I set up right there. The first thing I think about. Is the first time my mom's let me smoke weed, I was 13. And her train of thought was really simple. We lived in the projects. Everybody was doing the same thing. If you was free, you was doing it. Can I get one of them towels? If you was free, you was getting high, you was doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing. I say all of that to say my mother's mindset was, I'd rather you do that shit under my roof in front of me than you learn that shit and do that shit around people who don't give a fuck about you and don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
So, to connect that to this situation right here, like that might not be your cup of tea to explain to a child that you have multiple partners. But I would gander into asking every parent that has an issue with this, or even non-parent that has an issue with this, how many times have you lied to a kid? And has every time that you lied to a kid, did you have their best interest at heart? That's a rhetorical question because I already know the answer to that. But like I said, you people love to pick and choose on what to be outraged by, what to be disgusted by, what to point the finger at other people and say that you're wrong for doing. Like, people love to be outraged about those things. But if you had just a small peek, a small piercing peek into their lifestyles behind closed doors, oh, you would call them trifling every day and twice on Sunday. Like, that's just the reality. So, like, I believe that good book says something along the lines of, y'all good book. I believe it says something along the lines of, he without sin should cast the first stone. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless everything in your life is right and exact and perfect, don't waste your time having opinions about shit when you don't really have an opinion about your trifling ass is with your kid. Like, you got multiple baby daddies, you got multiple baby mamas, y'all running around doing all kinds of trifling shit. All kinds of trifling shit. And the minute you hear somebody is getting away with and flourishing within a polyamorous lifestyle, you got a problem with it because your narrative of a man cheating and being a dog doesn't fit, because the narrative of the pick-me women and the simp men and all of that stuff doesn't fit when you see a man and multiple women living a lifestyle like that. It doesn't fit. So your narrative gets thrown out the window, and you people clearly gonna have a problem with that.
Disgusting is just a over exaggeration in my opinion. I'm gonna just throw that out
Yeah.
there.
I think it comes from a place of self-importance.
Mhm.
You so sure about the world, but I'm pretty sure you're not sure about yourself.
Yeah. Isn't that called virtue signaling? I don't even know
Yeah.
what that means, but I gotta Google that. They didn't teach us that in public school. Let me see.
And I think it's in the lines of like just pandering, you know what I mean? Just saying something to get people to be like, yeah.
Virtual signaling is the public expression of opinions or sentiments intended to demonstrate one's good character or the moral correctness of one's position on a particular issue. So, if I got a famous podcast like Joe Budden, I'm going to go on the side of monogamy without even thinking because I want to keep them views and I don't want to get canceled. But Joe Budden, they said his girl was talking about how he go to strip clubs with lube and jack off to the girls stripping.
Oh, hell no.
That's
wild.
disgusting. Now that's disgusting. That's disgusting. But
That's
I'll let it
wild.
play on.
Disgusting parenting. I'm sorry to everyone that this narrative is being forced down y'all's throats. And didn't I tell your corny ass not to have that shit going on in front of my kids? To do that cornball shit on your own time. That shit is sick as fuck. You are hella fucking weird for that shit, Adam. But I'm glad you think I'm playing with you after I done already warned you I'm not playing about my kids. And poly relationships aren't 5+ quote-unquote girlfriends that party with you every night so you can pick up more girls to hook up with. That is what you call an open relationship. You are a wanna-boyfriend, I guess wanna-be boyfriend, I don't know. Oh, wanna-be boyfriend / pimp / trick. Get a life. Oh, no, you like GFE. I don't know what GFE is.
Girlfriend experience.
Okay.
Stop.
Right?
They do that.
You know what's nasty is that my boy wearing the same hat to talk about his girl gonna tell him that she's still in a lube out the trunk so he don't go to the strip club. Listen to this shit.
He uses it to jerk off. Me and two bitches play and do whatever we're doing while he watches us and does his thing. That's what he uses it for. Or this is where the trauma comes in. In the past,
Okay.
Joe has taken his travel lube with him to get dances and jerk off with other women on his own behind my back. So now I find the lube in the trunk, in the money bag, which normally these bitches are strippers or bartenders.
What kind of conversation
Why the fuck is the lube
this?
in the trunk when I put it away and I have not been here for a month and a half? You wasn't getting no dances with me.
2 + 2 is 4.
So again. You know again, use this.
He got on the same hat. This is the nasty hat.
And that must be a Jersey thing. Why that thing curved like that?
Man, it's good for lube protection. I don't know, man. This dude.
Yo, what?
This dude, man.
Stop
Big
disrespecting
pause
Polly.
on that.
There's nothing exclusive about what you got going on, weirdo. And I'll just be patiently waiting like this for a motherfucker to sneeze wrong before I dust out my receipt book of everything under the sun. Foot on neck now, belt to ass.
Oh shit.
PTA.
Just had to make that clear. That shit is weird, and we don't condone clown parenting. Moving on. How are y'all doing? Don't mind me. Last slide. You need your fucking ass beat, belt to ass. That's the problem. I did want to hear.
Is that not pity, shame, and outrage?
At its finest. That is pity, shame, and outrage at its finest. And unfortunately, I don't see the connection is because I'm not privy to their relationship and everything. But the way she comes for him online is crazy, because this is the same woman that turns the camera on just so she can curse him out in the bedroom. Like, it's crazy how she be giving it up.
Yeah, it'd be like, he seemed to be happy. And if he happy and he ain't committing no crimes, it might be an alternative lifestyle. It might not be what you decided, but we let motherfucking 36-year-old men go in a girl's bathroom at Planet Fitness and we don't say shit. So if Neo want to have 4 bitches, I'm not going to be the one that talk shit about it personally.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Y'all niggas, y'all, these be the same parents that are outraged, be the same parents that'll let their kids go to school in dresses and they the wrong gender. So
it's drag queens and live and story time. At the public library. So what
the public library.
Nobody is outraged. Everybody is cool with it. Everybody is supportive of Pride Parade. Bring your kids to Pride Parade.
That's what hypocrisy is. If you could be cool with that, you should be cool with everything you see.
It's all open now.
Yeah,
it's all wide.
Y'all open of everything.
Yeah,
you know
y'all open
like
Pandora's box. Y'all open it.
Y'all started it. Y'all started it.
Like, what
y'all
the
had
fuck?
soccer games and all types of weird shit in the name of pride. We can't say nothing about it. But once again, if a man do something that's outside of the norm, it's met with rage. It's met with sarcasm. And as we'll start to see, from some moral standpoint, Neo is wrong and everybody on the panel is right.
Hear where y'all stood on that.
I'm with her.
100%.
Which part?
On their argument, on him making his kids aware of his poly lifestyle and his multiple girlfriends, or
How old
the
are the
moms.
kids?
I was about to say
That
that
was
age
my
matters.
first
Age
question.
matters.
I
young?
would have to Google it,
Yeah,
but
don't.
I do think they're young.
Okay.
Well, Sade just had a kid last year or 2 years ago.
Okay. So young, yeah.
I'm gonna say this. That's not something I would
I'm
do.
not about to let him.
Me, because I don't live a.
He starts getting wild. I'm about to fast forward, my boy. He started talking about some wild shit.
That's the general age. They're little kids up to like young teens.
I think all of them are probably too young to be introducing to
Not the teenagers, but the
this.
smaller kids. It's confusing
13
to
is
the
too
smaller
young.
kids. That's too young.
If I had actually I did have so when I had a teenage daughter, if I were in that situation, I was dating at the time. I would say, hey, I date different people. There's nobody you need to meet right now.
Correct.
Right? To me, that's different than
wildly different.
Then like, yeah, I'm in a polyamorous relationship.
It's actually the opposite.
Right.
It's the opposite.
And to me, that's
the opposite.
And to me, that's the proper way to handle it. And I understand everybody's different. If you're in a polyamorous relationship, like a real one where, look, I have 2 partners, I think that's okay to say, these are my 2 partners. But as Sade said, that doesn't sound like what he's doing.
It was going to go exactly that.
Her analysis is right. He's just openly fucking a lot of people. And to say, she's going to pour you cereal, she's going to give you, that shit is weird.
That's not what he said.
And I had Neo on my topic list before this interview and before she replied, because he looks nuts.
Yeah.
I don't see it. Where you look nuts at? I'm still waiting for the discuss part.
he said he looks nuts, but
Yeah,
but
He uses it to jerk off. Me and two bitches play and do whatever we doing while he watches us and does his thing. That's what he uses it for.
Pump it
Or this
up.
is where the trauma comes in. In the past,
Okay.
Joe has taken his travel lube with him to get dances and jerk off with other women on his own behind my back.
hold up.
So now I find the
Hold up. Just let me back up for a little bit because I don't know, right? Just let me ask, right? Is lube that expensive that you got to travel with it?
This interview
Sounds
and
like
before
Diddy.
she replied because he looks nuts.
I'm curious. I'm just wondering. Like, I didn't know lube was that important that you had to have a travel set. Like,
what's wrong with dry jerking though? That's the part. I've been dry jacking my whole life. Nah, for real. I've been dry jacking my whole life. I've never experienced the lube. Am I missing out? Am I missing out? Because these boys, Diddy, Joe Budden. Yo, can y'all help me, bro?
The lube is
Pause.
crazy to me.
Pause. Can y'all help me? I'm trying to figure this out. Like,
Yeah.
this travel
Yeah.
baby oil, travel lube is like, I just think we got a wrong radar for what we deem weird now. And I guess I'm weird. I know I'm weird for sure because y'all look nuts to me, not Neo.
That's a Snapple fact. Y'all niggas look weird to me.
It's just crazy, man.
Yeah, agreed.
Like, I know as a nigga you ain't supposed to be able to say, and I love him, friend of the show, been up here.
Yeah.
Neo looks nuts, yo.
Yeah. He looks nuts because he's sharing his lifestyle with everyone. He looks nuts because he has
That he has a rotating
numerous partners. I thought all of them were the
It's
same.
more than showing. It's like highlighting. Like I constantly see clips that are not just like someone filming. It looks like PR.
Yes.
That I have multiple girlfriends and.
So he's making a spectacle
he's
of
promoting
it.
that lifestyle, basically.
He's adding people to the mix. Cool, but most importantly, nobody on the internet.
Now, you know what I gotta do? I gotta look at Neo's birth chart now, because what the fuck?
He be laying that wood. He be pause.
Yo, nigga. you gotta pause that, bro.
Pause. Big pause.
How you know? How you know, broski?
I don't. You're right. You know what? You so fucking right. I'm so glad that you said that. I'm so glad that you corrected me. I do not know.
Oh man. He have a hold on one second. He have a real nice pause. He have a real beautiful chart though. Pause. he put together, you know.
Energy.
He definitely is a star. Like he looked like he came to Earth with a purpose. Like Moon conjunct Jupiter. Like he's supposed to have 4 bitches.
Yeah.
He have a Libra stellium. He need 4 of them. He got 4 wives. He got Venus, Saturn, Pluto, and the moon. What is we talking about?
Like, and then just
Mars and Scorpio.
Wealth. You can't tell me he can't be prosperous and have multiple women.
Yeah, you.
That's
somebody
what
lied. His son. I just did a reading for somebody who had a son conjunct Venus, and you know they lovers by nature. They pulling shit. You know what I'm saying? So
tell me again.
And you can tell why he polygamous versus just. You don't think that Neo could have 4 bitches on a rotation?
We
He can have more than that.
That's what I'm saying. So, but he's choosing to put them on the polygamous stage, like more or less my wife, because look at all of this Libra energy, and they don't have his time of birth, so we can't figure out what house it's in. But just with this chart alone, yeah, it makes perfect sense to me, and that Scorpio
He one of
energy
them
as well.
ones.
He one of the ones. He a heartbreaker, soul taker. Don't leave your girl around me.
Soul
Player
snatcher.
for real. Soul snatcher. He gonna take your bitch. You be like, this nigga gay. He got your bitch. He got your bitch with his other bitches.
With
You know what I'm
his
saying?
other bitches.
Like, yeah, I'm gay, all right. Come here. Your girl think I'm gay too.
That's crazy word, man.
Astrology, you know, the chart don't ever lie though, man. That is interesting.
The chart
That
be
was a really
beatboxing.
defined chart. I don't think I've ever seen a chart like that.
I don't think I have either, bro.
Me neither. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen no shit like that.
That shit ain't had nothing in the middle, bro. Like what?
He's just out here cracking shit, bro. Like,
Everything was just focused
He's
on.
a crackologist. He's a crackologist.
He's out here. Oh, lover man, Shabba looking ass boy.
Hey,
Like,
they telling they telling everybody watch out for Trey Songz. You really gotta watch out for this nigga.
This boy
Nah,
Neo.
Trey Songz take the booty apparently. Pause.
Pause, man.
Pause. Apparently he takes it.
Man, rest in peace, Trey Songz, man. They be trying to kill his whole career, man. He used to be one of them.
He used to be.
He used to be the man. What damn, homie? What the fuck happened to you?
What happened to you?
Break up with people you've been with for X amount of years. Nobody ever just goes and sits the fuck down.
Right. Because your way
we just watched you be in shit for the last however many years. Go sit down
Your way with
for a minute.
Because with the internet, you have to win the breakup. So you got to show like
this is not winning the breakup.
This is how these niggas move though. After we go through whatever, I got to show that I'm unbothered. I'm living life. I'm winning. I got all of this happening now, and I have to keep showing y'all that.
I think that if he just out here fucking, I don't think you should be introducing your kids.
I agree with that part. Introducing the people to your kids.
Yeah, I agree
if
with
those
that
are his quote unquote girlfriends, which he kind of said like, "Yo, I got multiple girlfriends. This will make you breakfast. This will make you lunch." If those are his girlfriends and that's the lifestyle that he living,
then he still shouldn't be introducing them to his kids.
I think that's drastically different than him just fucking random people.
Dog, even if let's go with the latter, right? Let's pretend they are his girlfriends. Okay, that's what they're saying.
How long?
I'll roll with it. Exactly. If you had one girlfriend that you just got with in the first 4 or 5 months, they shouldn't be meeting your fucking kids.
I agree. Bro, with me and my
Everybody got all these rules, man.
This is
everybody got rules to life. What's the rules to life? Since everybody knows.
Shit, man, ain't no rules of life, man.
Ain't
I
no
thought
rules.
that's the main thing that people like to argue about.
What you mean?
Ain't no damn rules to life.
What we should and shouldn't be doing, how we should be living, whether God is real or not. Like that's basically all people low-key like basically are fighting and arguing about. That's why we got these houses in a way. Like, well, my house. And it's like we don't have no village. It's isolation.
How did that shit make y'all feel? I think about that shit all the time. Like, what type of, do y'all notice that? Or I know I ain't the only person that noticed that, but do y'all notice that? And how did that make y'all feel like living in a world where it's just dog eat dog for real? And it ain't no real.
Have y'all ever seen Star Wars?
Not for real.
Yeah.
So you at least know who Darth Sidious is, right?
No clue. I'll look
Basically,
it up. How you spell it?
Anakin.
Darth Sidious.
DarthSidious, I believe.
All right.
Basically, you had Anakin, who was like a gifted guy, gifted child for the Force. After a sequence of events, Darth Sidious played the whole government. He was undercover as a senator, and he took Anakin under his wing, and then Anakin ended up becoming Darth Vader. But I say all that to say, with the world like this, it makes me just feel like I might as well just be a Sith Lord.
Well,
I might as well be like him. because
I'm so glad that you brought that up, because you do know that they were the good guys, right?
it's all duality,
Stop
though.
it. Stop it. What are you
It's
talking
all
about?
duality. It's all duality. I mean, the Jedi's were suckers. You know, they were self-righteous people
Listen,
who thought that they were the only
The
authority.
Jedi's are the Democrats, and Darth Vader and them niggas is the Republicans. Like,
I feel like Darth
let's
Vader and them is like the 5%ers.
probably, probably, probably. But to answer Hood's question, I would say, like, it makes you feel like if you're an individual who hasn't built their own personal family and their own personal circle of people that they can depend on and people that depend on them, it makes you feel helpless. It's easy to see why people are unaliving themselves at ridiculous rates. It's easy to see why so many of the so-called social society is depressed, and it's easy to see how people supplant certain things that they need in their life with entertainment. You know, this individualistic separation that separates you from source. Yeah, it's disheartening if you're looking at it. If you're looking at it in its totality and you're looking at it from a holistic point of view, yeah, it's disheartening. But yeah, the Sith Lords were the good guys.
But I kind of look at it like, it's a bit absurd. It's funny. I think, as my life goes on, I really don't see the utility in empathy, um, because it doesn't lead to action. Because since 1992, people have shown me that they really don't care about community. They don't really care about humanity and things like that. So, not saying I want to be a villain, but I'm gonna go ahead and do my thing by my motherfucking self, or with people that I know that will rock with it. Um, because I think it's futile, at least in this time we live in, to try to be we are the world and try to save humanity. I think it's only a few people that you will be able to help and influence, and you should, or you can rather. I ain't gonna say you should do anything, but I think it's about staying sharp spiritually, because a lot of times you can try to help folks and get caught up in some dumbass shit. So you got to know the right measure in which you're willing to even give to people and humanity. Um, because motherfuckers just don't care. It made
Yeah.
me think about what we were saying about family. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? It's just certain family members you can't talk to about certain things, or certain family members where it's like, I got love for you, but I'm not about to kick it with you. I'm not about to drink gin
Slit
and
smoke.
smoke weed and miles with you. You know what I mean?
No chicken
You
wings and
know?
Hennessy. No hot wings and Hennessy.
Nah. I
Yeah,
love hot
and
wings
plus it's
though.
like you gotta think about it's like it's a lot of resentment and things that a lot of people have with their family or households or whatever, because a lot of people feel like they're not getting support. The trauma of how they was raised or certain things they went through, felt like they never got enough love. So it's like for the people who realize that we really not a family or we're really not a community, some people really get torn up by that. And you have to really go out the way and heal yourself, because your attitude around that is going to make it hard for you to find and create a community. Being able to turn that anger, which is sometimes a form of sadness, into a drive, right? Because remember, the moon in Aries. When we learn to take all this vital energy and vital rage or impulsiveness and channel it right, we can really, initiate a lot of things in our life.
I agree. But I was just asking a question because it's just like in this world, since everybody is out for self, a person that is successful, a lot of times people view that as a win for them. Like people live vicariously through others with this social media. And me, I just don't see that as a win. I mean, I understand. I'm happy for anybody that's going to win, but at the same time, I want to figure. Y'all was talking about gatekeeping yesterday.
Mm.
Don't gatekeep ways for niggas to make money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, figure that part out. You know what I'm saying? For everybody, for yourself, because at the same time, you could be the richest person, but now the whole world trying to break into your house because you're the only person that got it.
Facts. Have y'all, when we was talking about friends and stuff and dealing with other people, have y'all heard of the story of the snake and the farmer and the heron?
Mm-mm.
So it's from 48 Laws of Power, and it's a story Robert Greene to explain certain things about friendships and dealing with other people's karma. But the main thing is that the morale of the story is that when you see water flowing uphill, it means that someone is repaying a kindness. Go ahead, say it, Serpent. I just felt like you just got to download.
No.
Okay, get the way you already said it. But with all this being said, it's like sometimes you're trying to do something
You
or
done? Done?
step in with a person and you help them out, just to end up somehow you're the one that's fucked up now. Or you in the deep poop. And it's like, how did I get here, man? Because in this story, this lady got her eye gouged out trying to help this person with this snake. So we can give kindness, we can pay it forward, but we should never expect nothing back or be paid back.
Yeah, that's like me going to Cali to do community service in Watts. I'm not going to another hood in another fucking city. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all right in Cleveland because I know how to get out of it. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to a hood in another city to do something positive. I don't. You get what I'm saying? I
I
don't
get you.
belong there.
And then some shit pop off like, "What set you from, cuz?" And you like Cleveland. They like, you know what I'm saying? You in some shit now, but you
Now you
put
on the
that.
block in your boxers.
It is your karma for doing that weird shit. You know what I'm saying? For going that far to do some shit where you could just be where you comfortable at, where your mama stay, all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't make sense. I get it.
Like Doctors Without Borders. Like I'm not. Listen, man. I understand those people need help, but that blows the idea out of the water when you say I want to go over there and help those people, and I'm gonna walk past a bunch of homeless people on the way. Like that's weird.
Yeah, or the federal government
Yeah,
doing
that's
what they
that's
do.
that's life. You know what I'm saying? That's what's happening. It's a lot of people waking up saying I want to help people, and it's a lot of people struggling, not getting the help. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
And that's how you can tell the difference between what's genuine and what's disingenuous when a person is on these so-called philanthropic missions. You know, um, the intent is known based off of the attention they intend to get. You know, like some people want to be praised for what they give, and as far as I'm concerned, the only way to give is anonymously. That that's something that I will stick with and hold on to. Like the only way to give, as far as I'm concerned, is anonymous.
Yeah, that's in a journey beyond enlightenment by Stuart Wilde. He gets into that real heavy. He'll have you thinking about like even doing anything spiritual, like any form of look at me, I'm spiritual throughout your day is a result of the ego. Whereas you should just be whatever you is, and spirituality is just something that's like hidden. Like people don't even know the good shit that you're doing.
Yeah.
That's when you really in it for real, you know.
Cause it's like when y'all ever been putting in the work for something, like for example for me, I remember like when I really first started training and really just putting in the time so much and getting ranked, probably getting my blue belt, whatever. I've probably been doing it maybe for a year and a half, almost 2 now. And like I just started getting so much stuff from people. Like people was getting me just kimonos, boxing gear, headsets, all this type of stuff. I'm just like, where is this coming from? And they was like, you just work so hard, man. We're just trying to help you out. You know, and I never asked or put out that I need equipment and gear. I make sure I show up nice, you know, but it's just certain aspects you put in for work for stuff, things come to you. You could be going to the gym, you meet somebody, they be like, hey man, you had these gloves, man. I see you come on time, you never got no gloves, man. You can't be out here lacking. You know, how you supposed to touch that, you know, if your hands are crusty, you know, and so
For sure. Where y'all at with it?
Play that second clip.
I like how my brother did that. He's like, play that clip like it's fire. Like we got heat. It's the flame. FlameOnShop.com, man. Make sure y'all lock in, man. Channel your inner flame.
Get that shit popping. I don't know. How do y'all feel about well, I already know how Big Homie feels about. How did AD and Breeze, how do y'all feel about polyamory? I think it's cool. I don't think it's for me. I do think it's cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel really a way about it. I think you have some people thinking that they about to get over in some sense, and then you know, dumb shit happen. But I think it definitely could be beneficial for like community though. You know what I mean? With like raising I feel funny saying it, but like quality children, you know. Because you know, kids need attention, man. They really do. And it's a lot of you know, divided families where, you know, it's 3 kids and they gotta go back and
Steve Smith
forth
thing, I need y'all to
between their
explain.
parents. And that take a toll of them over time. So I think, you know, just for raising a village, I think that aspect of it is probably positive done the right way.
For yeah, I really understand where you're coming from. And also it's just really your attention and also the type of person you are, right? Because if you know you are a person that is a lover and you can love more than one person and you can fall for people. I mean, yeah, and you have a tent and you build it, but 9 times 10, most people, you know, are going to use things for the right way and the wrong way. But I have nothing against it because, you know, I'm never going to judge people for how they love another person, you know, or who they love. But at the same time, though, you know, I feel like we should be attention with people because I seen people heartbroken and be destroyed. Like I got homies, I'm still trying to bring back from their heartbreak. You know, like no funny shit intended. You know what I'm saying? So it's just even seeing females that's been divorced and things they've been through. You know, it's just people go through pain, so we have to really be intentional with love. Because another aspect to the lover's card, you know, the sword. Sometimes that phallus be fucking up shit. I'm gonna put it like that. Lay that pipe down, things get crazy.
Yeah, I can dig it.
Once it's out of her, bro, it's crazy now.
I would have to say for myself personally, I would love um if we just threw away monogamy altogether. Um and part of it is based off of, the answers that you gave, AD. Um it's something to be said about men and heartbreak. That's crazy. And it's super weird because we hold on to that shit more than women do. And women are predicated off of this idea of love, but based through hormones. And men need to be respected in order to feel like anything, but yet men keep searching for love, which is it's confusing, I think. And I think it also is one of those things where you end up allowing yourself to be taken advantage of because you're not prepared emotionally to deal with the roller coaster that is a woman. And I was raised by nothing but women, and I can tell you wholeheartedly, like the atmosphere that in which women create, um it's just better to be around more of them than less of them. And not all of them, don't get me wrong, like I'm not saying all of them, but I have found it in my life that it's better to be around more women than less women. So I would say polyamory is a goal. Like that's something to shoot for. If you can get yourself to a place where you can incorporate multiple um multiple people who are cut from your cloth and who believe in what you believe in, I'm all for it. Like I don't have this um disposition that says, you shouldn't be able to do a particular thing because I'm not doing a particular thing or because I can't do a particular thing. I say do it for the niggas who can't. That's how I feel about that shit.
Yeah. It's definitely something to fight for if you believe in it. Because in this world, people going to talk shit about it and be half cocked about it. So yeah, I mean,
Adam
shit.
had two goals.
I think we all have had multiples of situations, but I think when you talk about polygamy, it is the conversation, the authentic conversation that you conjure when you single, when you don't have no women. I think a lot of times, if you not really polygamous, if you get a girl, you never said nothing about polygamy, then all of a sudden you like, let's incorporate a girl in our relationship. At that point it's weird. But I think the concept of polygamy is a concept that you say at the jump because you're looking for other polygamous partners that once y'all get into a relationship, she's probably going to be looking for somebody else and you're going to be looking for somebody else because when you are single and you are dating, you're like curious, you like want to see who's out there. That's a very natural thing. You might meet somebody, you are lying to yourself when you feel that because I met you, most amazing specimen of a person, I no longer have that curiosity. That's something that you might say. That's might something that you might
You might convince
like
yourself.
yeah, but how does that even make logical sense? What changes when you meet somebody?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
y'all still the same, and she might be the same person. She might still be curious
Yeah, me and my girl talk about it a
because
lot.
she was curious before.
We talk about
Yeah,
it a lot.
it's a natural. It's good to talk
And
about for
I'll take it a
sure.
step
And
further and say that if y'all didn't have that conversation, that means that you haven't gotten to the point where you've made her comfortable enough to have it.
Yeah,
I
like
honestly think she would be more comfortable with another woman around than I would. My thing is, I just don't know. I never navigated it, so I don't know. You know what I mean? I mean, I had times when I was in like college where it's just like, oh, shorty over here, shorty over there. You know
Stop,
what I mean?
stop playing, nigga. You
they
just
want
built
the
a
but you want a
spaceship.
big dog.
This nigga just built a spaceship last week. You need to fuck around
No,
and
I'm
find
being
out.
for real,
You
man.
need to
For
fuck around and
real.
find out, my guy. You need to fuck around and find out. Because you
I
would
mean,
be the guy
that's
that would have like 12 of them. Like, you would be the guy.
that's like the story of my life. Fuck
Bro,
around
and
and find
if
out.
you
Because I always go into situations like with no expectations because I don't fucking know. You know, I never really try to psych myself like I know because I know I don't. You know what I mean?
hmm
And usually it I do get a lesson, you know what I mean, that really propels me, push me forward. But yeah, that's another thing. You don't know what's gonna happen in life. So you should be open to new things, especially when you ain't got no experience in it. I mean, that's crazy. You know what I mean? When you don't have no type of experience with it and you just dismissing it,
hmm
that's I just feel like that's crazy. You know,
hmm
you might as well just be like, I don't know. And just
Facts.
that's that.
Facts.
let me just say this, right? Me and my wife meets a girl. That girl and my wife become cool. They love each other. They're very cool with each other. But that girl got an apartment that she's paying $1,500 a month for. Like she got all types of expenses and bills, and she's struggling. I don't think like not saying that we gotta have sex, but I think polygamy is a space where you making somebody else's life easier. Maybe if I make your life easier, I feel like that should make you want to have sex with me. Maybe I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? But anybody making my life easier, they get first dibs.
I like how you
You know
slid
what
that in there. I like how you just slid that under the radar. Like, I love how you did that. That was dope. That was dope. He's real subtle with his shit,
I,
right? Like
I, just,
No,
I just be practical,
but no,
man.
I mean, he did mention that it don't have to be that. I think that's because I think people immediately think about
that's the
sex though. It's like
caveat. That's the
that's
caveat.
what they always think about.
you
Yeah,
Because
get
the
what
that's
I'm
sex is
sometimes
the
saying.
what people
caveat.
fantasize.
The main point about it is that I'm getting relief on my bills and she's getting relief on
Right,
my bills because we're not rich celebrities.
right.
We're real normal people and we need a fucking break. So
Facts.
if you reduce my bills by $800, you do not have to fuck me, bro. Like I promise you,
Yeah,
you don't. That's cool, but like you kind of feel like, damn, you gonna fuck somebody that's not giving you an $800 a month break?
for real, for real, man, for real.
You fucking a nigga that's getting you a Uber?
Right.
You fucking a nigga that got you packing a night bag? Like, come on, bro.
Like
Got you eating
you
Lunchables.
like staying the night? You paying for a nigga that you at a hotel room that got bed bugs
Nah,
in
nah.
for $70 a night?
They
The
get
Roach
they
Motel.
Like that's who you choosing to
nah
fuck?
they
Oh,
get
A roach
nah they
motel.
get clapped and get snucked out before the kids get woke up. That's what they choose.
Before the like you drinking Capri Suns for what?
you
Eating
want
fruit
to
Then
snacks
is
and
that
taking
you
that
dick.
is that that is that girl's kids Capri Suns, my boy.
you want
Like
to
let's be so
you
for
want an
real.
air mattress in an empty room?
Ain't nothing in there but the air
Hey
mattress. Like I got an air
yo,
And an
Avisha
mattress.
freak. She
iPhone
fucking on the
charger.
air
You're not
mattress.
gonna clown me because I got an air mattress, is
She a
you?
freak and she fucking on the air
Nope, I ain't
mattress.
going. I ain't gonna clown you.
I promise if she going on the
But
air
all I'm
mattress, she a
saying
freak.
is make my life easier. you can get some sex out of me. I promise you, you can. And if you decide not to, still make my life easier. You still, I'm very sapiosexual in that, like, I love people that love me, and love to me is like we in this world. We gotta figure something
But you
out.
know what's perfect for that? Like, and this is what niggas do anyway. Like, niggas is famous for waiting chicks out, right? So if I gave you an $800 reprieve, right, on your bills, right, and you get to move around and maneuver and do all kinds of extra shit because I did this for you, I might not be looking for sex right now, but best believe, like, in a minute, you're gonna want to give it to me. Like,
What Shane
like
what Shane Soon said, that ass is mine. I mean, that soul is mine. Something like that. Whatever he said.
Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn?
I thought it was Shane Soon.
Yo, you
Shao
shut
Kahn
the
was the
fuck
general.
out. Okay, yeah. You're right.
Yeah, Shane Soon was like,
Okay.
My thing have always been like at school, like first day of school it don't matter. By the time second semester come, these hoes is eating out of my hand because it's like Kyrie, you so cool, like you smell so good. It's me like eating out the palm of my hands because get comfortable with me. That's all I. Whatever you say on the onset, you don't really mean that. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, girl. Like get to know me. You'll like like you said, just wait it out. Like and be like, damn, I ain't never met a man that fill in the blanks. I ain't never. You talk to a woman at a certain levels. Like I will play with girls. Like you ever had a nigga da da da? No, I ain't never had that. Yeah, I'm doing that right now. So it's like you gonna trade this in for something that you not getting. You just at a certain point you just gotta like check for a chick's wisdom. Like, are you wise to know what you getting and what you missing? And but that goes back to like how you feel about yourself and then what you want. And at a certain point, I never wanted just one girl though. So I've always just kind of like been in situations where girls was like, I like you, I want to be in a relationship with you. And I've been like, okay, if that's what you want, but I'm still going to do me. Like I'm still going to be me because I love me. You know what I'm saying? And I love the fact that you love me. I'm not gonna like play you, but like your love's not gonna change me. I'm already thinking of like shit in my brain. So a person coming in my life is not going to be like scrub my brain from my fantasies. Like, oh, you can't be thinking about fucking two girls with lingerie. Nah, don't be thinking about that freaky shit no more. Like, no, it was here before you. I thought it was gonna be you and somebody else for real. Like, that's how I was thinking about it. But because it's like if somebody, I'm the type of person like if I see it, shit, I know it's possible. So you ain't going. I seen pimps. I know it's possible. I seen polygamous relationships. I know it's possible. So
that nigga Lou,
I just
that
wait.
nigga Lou Williams is one of my idols. That's a fact.
Lou Williams, Neo, they going into the Players Hall of Fame. Who else got who else had the two chicks on the red carpet? I can't even think right now, but
Wiz
a couple
Khalifa,
of dudes been
Kanye,
getting it.
somebody, I don't know.
Somebody been
Wiz
famous for
always
it.
got multiples.
Yeah.
Futures. I mean,
Future.
I feel like all of these dudes be having multiple girls and nobody says shit. If I'm moving you in my house and we're doing something practical, that's not disgusting. When a nigga can fuck 30 girls on the slide and he be the man for real. Cause Joe Button and them, they would dick ride Future.
Facts. And every single one of them niggas would do the same thing if they had the opportunity to.
Yeah, they better not, man. That's wrong. Whoa.
Steve Smith thing, I need y'all to explain this to me because maybe this is some shit niggas from Jersey do.
Well, what happened?
What
niggas from Jersey do?
So this guy, as y'all, your people know the story, but if you don't know the story, Steve Smith Sr., the football player, was allegedly having an affair with a woman in the football organization, Ravens organization. The guy's husband finds out.
The girl's husband.
The girl's husband, excuse me,
Yes.
finds out and puts it on social media.
Yes. Sure does.
The proof.
Why that's some New Jersey shit, nigga?
No, I'm asking because like I don't know anybody from my fair city that would ever put on social media that their wife was getting shish kebab by a professional football player.
That goofy nigga ain't from no New Jersey.
I don't know what. I'm just asking. This was I don't.
And number two, what's his race? The one that put it. The husband was white, right? Yeah. They react different.
That shit is like. Did you think you was playing him?
Yeah, I didn't.
I understand. Like, like you're not playing me if you put that shit on there. Then he called him.
And
called him.
You're fucking my wife, buddy. And he's like, sorry.
No, your wife. I don't even think he said sorry after. He was like I took the sorry like, pardon me. And anybody that knows Steve Smith is a hothead. So I know he really wanted to blast him, but he's being recorded.
Right, because he didn't say nothing else
and
after
Steve
that.
Smith has been doing commentating and you know what I mean? He got some NFL jobs. It's like, I ain't gonna let you fuck my shit up, but if I catch you outside.
Steve Smith married. So he ain't want to talk too crazy on that phone with this nigga being recorded.
That's why the dude did it.
So Steve Smith is a football player. He cracked somebody's wife, and then the girl's husband, got on Twitter, calling Steve Smith, talking about why you have sex with my wife, and everybody on Twitter was frying the husband because people can't comprehend why
you would call the guy
you putting on. Yeah, like that. That's what everybody on Twitter was trying to figure out. Like, what's wrong with this dude? Because you mad at the wrong person. You mad at Steve Smith when you really should be mad at your wife. And so I think it creates like a double standard where like when men cheat, girls stick around, but when guys cheat, it's just this like it's like this thing where on Twitter mainly they was like, you should just leave her. You know what I'm saying? Just go. But he had the sentiment where he just automatically forgiving his wife. He gonna work it out with his wife, and people on Twitter is losing their shit because they calling him a king simp. What say y'all?
Shit, I feel like if I was her husband, my shit just wouldn't work right. I would have no choice.
I saw this video.
Shit, I'm just saying, like the diving board will be a banana peel. It's a wrap.
It's over.
I can
The
forgive you.
surfboard don't surf no more.
I can forgive you, but the biology is just gonna be like, nope. He's gonna make the decision for me.
I seen a video. This dude got caught.
So you saying that diving board gonna be like this, and then it's like, bloop,
Yeah.
and it's like can't jump in the pool no more.
You can't jump off the board no more.
Yep.
Nigga still thinking of it.
Hey, what happened to your diving board, bro?
Like-
I ain't ever seen one like that before.
Like a dog,
squiggly?
like a dog that don't like walking in grass.
I love that analogy, bro. Go ahead, AD.
Y'all some demons, man. Nah, I saw this video, man, of like, so what you saying? A dude blaming the dude. I seen this video. Old dude got caught cheating. His girl walked in on him. All I know is she jumped on the bed and started fighting the dude. She let the girl go home.
Hey, like Lionel Richie.
Pretty much. Like, just got to beating dude ass and start fighting. But moral story is like, she ain't blaming the girl. She blaming him.
Mm-hmm.
She know what's up. So I don't know. The check old dude is kind of crazy. Like, yeah, he did you wrong, but I think he did you a favor at the same time.
Yeah, that's how I feel. If you have sex with my girl and I find out, that's the day where I'm having a party. I'm having a great day because You could have fucked her and I ain't know,
Mhm.
and I could have just been living in a world where I'm just completely oblivious to my girl getting plowed out of control, and you just kind of just like, hey, honey, how you doing? It's a beautiful day today, isn't it? Like, yeah, it is, honey. Like, I would hate to live in that world. So anytime you find out, that's not a point to get mad. That's a point to be like, believe in God. Anytime I ever caught a girl, I believe, like, I'm like, damn, thank you, God. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that.
Mhm. I think for me, I'm not gonna do what everybody else did to him. But I will say that the only thing worse than finding out that you were cheated on is then going and telling the person that your woman cheated on with that you know. Like that's the only thing worse than actually being cheated on because now you just propped up his ego. Like now you just made him feel like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then, listen, man, I understand the psychological displacement that probably happened to this man. I mean, you read a text message that says rearranging my IUD, and you might just crash out on your own. Like, uh, I've seen people crash out for less, right? Like, when you envision your woman cheating, right? Like, it's probably like a short vision, unless you actually caught a woman of yours cheating on you before, right? So, like, what's the worst thing you probably imagine happening when your woman is cheating or has cheated, right? The last thing you want to think about is I'm moving around contraception in there. Like, like I, so, I
If I
understand.
saw
Like, he probably felt so much less than at that point. But I can't judge him. All I can say is I get it. I mean, I get it, especially if he's a YT and he never grew up with people around this kind of shit, and he's probably only had one or two relationships his whole lifetime. Like, I get it. You know, the betrayal part is unforgiving, and there's nothing that you can forgive on that side. I'm just not calling a nigga. I'm not doing that.
Listen, it's one thing for your girl to cheat, but for her to cheat on you with a professional
Yeah.
athlete that can run 100-yard
Mhm.
dash in 7.8
Yeah.
seconds, and you can barely run a mile without
Mhm.
stopping, it's a difference
Mhm.
in how you gonna be in that pussy.
Yep.
She said, "Deep is an understatement. It felt like you were going to rearrange my IUD. You were so deep." He screenshotted that and posted that on his Twitter.
Dang, Steve Smith a savage, bro.
Don't
Steve
come
Smith
for
played
me,
wide
nigga.
That's
receiver,
pain.
Don't come
and
for me,
and
nigga.
and
Like,
he was a good
like,
player too.
That's
yeah,
cardiovascular,
he's a
man.
Hall of Famer, bro. Like, listen,
Yeah,
this is
He's a
this is
Hall of
not a
Famer.
regular
He
football
was he
player. This
was
is a Hall of Fame
he was
football player.
pretty good. He was
I
And he was
good.
remember him fighting
small.
He was
dudes
You know
too.
good.
how hard it
Yeah,
is to get
yep.
into the you know how hard it is to get into the Hall of Fame as a wide receiver at 5'9"? Like, he was tiny.
Cardiovascular. He up in that thing like goddamn Roger Rabbit, beating
Yo,
that shit to smithereens.
yo. And
I'm just
you know
telling
them
you,
niggas do ballet too, right? They do all kinds of stretching and shit. Like,
they
he
flexible.
got
They
yeah.
giving her different
Yeah, you
positions,
ain't you ain't
rearranging her IUD. You reading that? He saw red. He didn't know what to do.
What was the Ice Cube song "Tenderize Them Guts" and didn't have to kick you down?
It's ridiculous, man. It's a savage world out here, man.
Damn.
I can't read. I cannot read a text message like that. Cause this is worse than cheating right here. This is her undying love for a stranger, and the ill part about it, they live in a nice ass house.
No, you know what's the ill part? If you read that text and she ain't never talked to you like that. That's the ill part.
Exactly.
That's the worst part,
That's
my
the ill.
nigga.
Like if she ain't never
You married her, you walked down the aisle and did all types of extra shit, and she's telling the next nigga, "Damn, you're so hot. Felt like you were going to rearrange my IUD. You were so deep." Like, come on, man.
That's crash out worthy, bro. Like I've seen people hang
Yeah.
up for less. I've seen people hang up like come
Yeah.
home and kill the whole household and then themselves. Like
It's just her love for this stranger. Like, casual sex is the thing that you gotta always be careful about within. I don't know, man. That shit make you scared a little bit.
if your
lean
woman
into-
works for a professional sports team, my nigga, just give it up.
And she getting cracked by them football players,
My nigga,
man.
she done walked through the locker room a couple times, bro. Like she done had those thoughts. She
Crazy.
done had those thoughts already, bro. Like she been in the
Chances
locker
are
room before.
she was on that same shit in high school and in college.
Facts.
Like she just on it. She on
Yeah.
it. She married with an IUD. We didn't even examine that part. We just
Yeah, let's get to
skipped
that.
over
Let's
that
get to
part.
that. Like you wasn't even good enough for her to not put an
Bro.
IUD in her body.
You know they call her Twinkie.
I understand it now. I understand it
that,
now.
like that's why the dude did it.
That's what
like,
that
yo,
was.
you fucked up my marriage. I'm gonna fuck up yours back. So let me put all the tea out there.
That's corny.
Goofy.
Super corny.
I ain't
Very
gonna
corny.
say
It's
that.
goofy.
Not going to work.
It's goofy.
Look how toxic we are.
And I fuck your marriage up.
Why we don't say it's corny for the married dude to fuck the married girl? We don't say that. Mel, what you think? Let's hear from Mel.
I was thinking.
Let's hear from Big Mel
I
on
was
this one,
thinking
y'all.
exactly what you just said. As everybody's just like, that was corny. I was just like, well, what about the fact that it's two married people cheating with each other?
Well, we think it's corny. We think it's corny.
That happens every day.
I know it does, but that doesn't make it right.
There is more acceptance with that one than it is for.
Yeah, he broke the code, and to you guys, that's more of a violation
Yes, Dunn broke
than
the code,
than
yes.
the sanctity of marriage. That's kind of wild.
It's more interesting to me. I mean,
sanctity
cheating.
of
All right,
marriage.
cheating is fucked up. Like that's the obvious
I
part.
dare you to use that tone of voice with your wife.
I wouldn't. I'm able to use it up here, but I wouldn't use that with her.
We always skipped it for better or for worse part.
Exactly.
Of the vow.
She participated in fucking him.
This is part of the worst part
Yeah.
of vows.
Let's go, Joe.
So, for better or for worse, or just for better.
Just that part, the sanctity. I love it when they use these words, right? The sanctity.
Why the fuck is the lube in the trunk when I put it away and I have not been here for a month and a half? In the answer that he finally, eventually, later on gave me, he's telling me he uses it on his chest in the strip club.
I'm so done with you, Hood. I'm so fucking done with you. I'm so fucking done with you. Yo, we might be on prime time tomorrow because they gonna find out that we did Joe Button podcast. Like they gonna find out.
Not Terry Crews.
Not the black robot nigga. He always doing the robot dance.
I know I don't got all my shit together, but I never thought to buy lube.
Bro.
On no day.
Bro, please say it again. Goodness gracious, bro. These niggas got all of these distinctions for what lube is. Like, y'all don't find none of that weird?
It just seemed weird, man.
What about natural juices? What happened to that?
I gotta meditate on this one, bro, because niggas is buying lube, and I never even thought we had to buy lube, bro.
I'm gonna say it right now. Real niggas don't buy lube. I'm just gonna say it.
Like I'm just like,
I'm just saying, real niggas
your
don't buy
girl and
lube.
your girl not gonna come on the podcast and just tell the whole
Bro,
world you put
real
lube
niggas
on your
don't buy
chest.
lube. And she's saying that shit in a derogatory manner. She's not bigging you up every
Yes,
time she mentioned travel lube, nigga. Like,
she might hate you,
I was
Joe.
gonna say
Like I think you need
question. I'm
to
like,
hear.
is that a woman that respects him?
It can't,
can't be,
man.
bro.
You gotta know. You gotta know that that's some creepy shit,
You need
man.
a head start
That's
on the
worse than
juices.
that's worse than having 4 girls, bro. Having a collection of lube to go to the strip club. I think his girl would rather be with Neo, man. I'm gonna just put
I'm
that
gonna
out
put
there.
that out there
That's
too.
just a
Yeah, I'm gonna second that. There's no way.
it can't happen, man. But yeah, man, I'm a call it a night after that, man. This boy Joe Buttons guy, we gonna have some repercussions for this. I
Yes,
already know.
yes, we are. We are. They probably gonna be making fun of us tomorrow, but we can handle it. Let's go.
Talking about astrologers or some shit, man. Y'all got any closing words before we get out of here,
Don't
man?
buy no lube, bro. Don't buy no lube.
Yeah,
No lube.
that's my message for the night, man. No lube. Bro.
No lube, bro.
No lube, bro. All right, y'all. Y'all have a
I
good
said the
night.
Peace,
tribe.
family.
Peace to the tribe.